It's Saturday, October 28th, and I just got set up for the evening sit. We had a giant cold front roll through yesterday, like 20-degree temperature drops overnight. This big temperature drop in the pre-rut starting this time of year here in Michigan. There should be some deer moving around a little more than normal with the pre-rut starting, so hopefully we can see some stuff. Got Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to hunt, so should get a couple good sits in and definitely see some deer and hopefully get a shot at a nice buck, so you guys stay tuned. Next morning, it's October 29th, and I'm set up in a spot where my dad shot his buck last year. So I know this is a spot where I can get a buck down. And it's pre-rut right now, so they should be chasing. Not quite chasing, but they should be getting frisky. We're gonna give it a couple hours here, and hopefully we see some. I did have a deer walk by before it got light. I could just hear it walking by, and I couldn't see it or anything. So obviously I couldn't get it on video, but it's only been light for like 20 minutes now, so I still got quite a while. So, let's see if we can get a deer on the ground. You guys stay tuned. It's just after 11 o'clock, and I've only seen that one spike so far this morning. I think I'm going to get down because it's starting to sprinkle, and we're just not seeing much movement, so definitely going to get back out there tonight. Got some rain coming around 7, 8 o'clock, so hopefully they'll be out moving before that rain hits. You guys stay tuned. Alright, it's the evening of October 29th, and I'm all set up back in the same spot I was in last night. I saw about a dozen deer last night, one little buck. Just gotta have the right buck come out, so it's getting to be that time of year, so hopefully we can get it done tonight. You guys stay tuned. Well, it's about 5:30, and I saw a little buck. It was hard to tell what it was, but I just got a glimpse of it running through an opening, chasing after a doe. And he was grunting too, which was pretty cool. So I'm not sure where he went. I got lost. I'm not sure which direction he went off in, or even what it was, if it was a nice buck or a small one. But it was funky looking, whatever it was. So, still got a good hour and a half of daylight before shooting hours, so should see some more deer and hopefully some more bucks, so you guys stay tuned. grunted him into 17 yards, so he's not 100% sure about the shot, but we're gonna give it till shooting hours and meet back at the pole barn and probably go try to find him. So you guys stay tuned. Alright, we made it back to the pole barn, got changed out of our hunting clothes. Here he is, the man.
Yep.
Clapped, how'd it go down?
So I was seeing deer the whole hunt, and we saw him come out. A different buck came in, chased 2 does out of the plot, and I had a fawn 30 yards from me, and I was just kept looking around, and she looked off in the distance, and I saw this big deer, and I couldn't tell if it was a buck or not. I had a feeling it was just because of the way it was moving and everything. And long story short, he came in about 80 yards and then started moving towards Brett, and I texted Brett and said, hey, nice buck coming your way. And I grunted at him, and he turned and looked at me. I grunted again, and he came right on a line right to me at about 22 yards, and then he turned onto the edge of the field and shot him at 17 yards. It was a roller coaster of emotions there, I'll tell you that. We found the arrow, and looks to be pretty good, so we're gonna go give him a look.
Yeah, we gave it till shooting hours and went out there, grabbed the arrow, and came back. Got the old man, and now we're gonna go track him, see if we can find him. You guys stay tuned. Alright, this is future Brett. I'm back at home editing this video right now, and before we get into tracking Stone's buck, he actually took a video the next morning in the same stand explaining how the hunt went down. So I'm gonna play that for you guys, and then we'll get right into the track job.
I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a rundown of what happened yesterday. So I'm sitting in this stand here. It's a fence row between 2 food plots. Yesterday I had a doe, 35 yards. She was there for 30 minutes or more. She's sitting there. I had just had a buck come in and chase 2 does out of this field over here to my left. These does a lot of times will come into this clover and this brassica plot, from what I've seen. This doe looked over into this field, and I look over and I see a bigger deer moving my way. Right around this area, just past that tree, somewhere over here. It's about 120 yards. He started moving this way, and then he's working his way up these tree tubes over to those woods, and Brett was sitting in there, probably 213 yards that way actually. And I texted Brett, nice buck coming your way. And I grabbed my grunt tube out, and I grunted at him, and he turned and looked at me. I grunted again, and he came my way. So I grabbed my bow, and I got real close up to this tree right here, like this. I had my bow like this, and he coming right up through here, right into here. I'm ranging him this whole time, and he stands right here. I believe that's, 20 yards, somewhere right there. And then I see that he's starting to come this way, because I think he caught sight of that doe right here. So I ranged this spot right here, 17 yards. I got my bow, just like this. He comes into that clearing and I stop him, shoot him at 17 yards. And he runs up through here, and I can see him walking up by that big tree in the field up there. That patch of trees right there. That's kind of the rundown of how the hunt went. We're gonna go look for this deer here pretty soon. You guys stay tuned.
Alright, we're about, I'd say 200 yards into the trail. We've got this good blood right here. So we're gonna keep tracking, and it's kind of raining, so I'm gonna keep the camera away until we find more good blood or maybe find the deer, so you guys stay tuned. Well, we made it back to camp, and we followed that blood trail for probably 150 yards and then noticed a deer bedded in front of us, and we could see its eyes glowing, so we weren't sure what it was, and it was just down the hill from our pole barn. So we walked back to the pole barn, grabbed a spotlight and some binos, and we glassed him, and sure enough it was definitely him laying there. And he got up and started to just barely walk away as we were walking away, so hopefully bed's back down. We're gonna give him till the morning, go out for the morning hunt, and then after the morning hunt we'll go try to recover him. So you guys stay tuned. Alright, the next morning, been set up for about a half hour now and haven't seen anything yet, but I'm set up on the downwind side of this really good bedding area on our property. It's probably the best bedding area on our property, so I think I have a good chance at seeing a buck cruising. With what my buddy saw last night, the buck bucks chasing does around. Even after he shot, we never really explained it, but he had another buck come in, grunting and snort wheezing right at 30 yards, but it was pretty dark, and he couldn't tell what it was, and he'd already shot one, so he didn't want to shoot. But their bucks are definitely active and moving around. It's a good 27 degrees right now, so it should be real good. So probably give it to about 11 o'clock at least, depending on movement, and hopefully me, my dad, or my buddy can get another arrow in one. You guys stay tuned. Insert that clip here. You can see him a little bit, but not the greatest quality video because, you know, it's a phone. Can't get the best video, but give it probably till about 11 o'clock and then climb down because we had some bucks on camera at about 10:30 going through this spot I'm at, so hopefully they repeat and come back through here, so you guys stay tuned. Well, that'll do it for this morning's hunt. It's starting to snow pretty good, and my wind keeps switching and blowing right where I would get a shot and where I expect them to come from. So if it's a shooter buck, he would most likely win me. So I think I haven't seen anything since that 2 spikes and 2 does this morning. So I'm gonna get down and meet back up with my buddy back at the pole barn, and we're gonna go try to find his buck. So you guys stay tuned.
All right, we're about to go look for him. What do you think? Thinking he might be dead, just whether we find him or not. Oh yeah, we'll see. You guys stay tuned. I think we might see him, boys.
Gotta be him, right?
It's a deer. I can't tell what it is though.
It's a deer. Where's antlers?
I know, that's what I'm. Hopefully they're to the left. In the bush. Oh yeah, there's antlers.
Oh yeah.
There he is.
Curled up right there, man.
That was a bit back, wasn't it? It's still a good shot though.
Quartering the other one.
So that would have been the entrance, right?
Yeah.
Grab a hold of him. He's definitely stiff. Oh yeah.
Been dead for a while. Dude. He crawled over here and died last night, didn't he?
Yeah.
Gosh dang.
He's got the old rigor mortis going. Nice job, man.
Dude, I can't even bend him. Thank you.
Ghost dog. He's pretty. That's
Yeah,
pretty
the
thick.
dark.
That
Yeah.
right side is thick, man.
Oh yeah. Found the exit. It's right here. It's this leaf. I don't know how he was still alive an hour later. It's pretty decent. Maybe just a hair back is what we're thinking.
For sure.
Well, we found him. Stone got it's his first buck and first deer with a bow. Congrats.
First decent buck that wasn't a spike horn.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. We found him. We're gonna go get the tractor and get this guy back to camp. You guys stay tuned. Got him back to camp. Nice buck. Congrats on your first bow buck and first bow deer in general, man. Yeah, thank you guys. It's a pleasure to be able to come out here with my friends, and nice enough to let me come out here and harvest deer on their property. So thank you guys. Thanks for everything. Hospitality, helping me track them.
Heck yeah, anytime.
Yeah, we saw lots of deer. All 3 of us saw bucks this weekend running around chasing does, so it's a real good weekend. And Stone got it done. It was a little bit of an emotional roller coaster there, from having to sleep overnight and then go in the morning and just think about it all night and all morning. But he was piled up about 70 yards from where he last was laying down when we saw him last night.
So he went
with 210 and bedded down, and then 70 more.
Yeah. He was between 250 and 280 probably from where I shot him. So
yeah. All right, well, if you made it this far, you better subscribe and like the video. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.